Hi, my name's Jay Shower. I'm a recently retired educator. I taught in a variety of classrooms and a variety of schools with all kinds of seating arrangements. So I had students in tables and desks in rows. I had big U's, I had circles, I had tables and blocks, but they all have a lot of drawbacks. With desk and rows, they're all facing forward. It's great for direct instruction, but it's chaos when you're trying to shuffle them into groups. When kids are in blocks and they're turned to the side or they've got their back to you, now when you are giving direct instruction, they've got to do some work to actually physically pay attention to you. When I came across L's, this was like, wow, this actually works for a lot of things. In my classroom, I had seating for 36 students. I had 18 two-person tables, so that let me create 9 L's with 4 people at an L. It lets me get proximity to everybody. And when it came to sharing ideas and students teaching each other, it was incredibly powerful. I spent a lot of time before students first walked through the door looking at what their past academic success was. And I built my heterogeneous seating around that. Seats 2 and 4 would be my strongest academic students. The seat 1 on the outside corner would be they're a pretty average student. And seat 3 between 2 and 4 would be my student that has historically not shown academic success. They're sitting between my 2 most successful students. Yeah, it's time consuming at the front end, but you do a lot less reteaching because among these L's, you could hear all the evidence of students teaching each other and really cementing their understanding and knowledge. In my marine biology elective, we'd start off on your own. I want you to jot down 4 or 5 things that you think characterize an animal as a mammal. Boom, 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 boom. Now, I want you to compare your list with your table partner. Now what I'm getting is some reinforcement, some clarification, some repetition. Now I want you as an L to compare your note and start checking, and some people going, oh, wait, that's not right. Or, yeah, I had that same thing. Next, we're gonna cross-pollinate. If you're seat 2 in your L, you're gonna rotate clockwise in the classroom. If you're seat 4 in your L, you're gonna rotate counterclockwise. Now, each table is accessing information from the travelers from the neighboring tables. And when the travelers return to their original seats, each table now has information from a multitude of sources. So let's put this stuff together on the board and see what makes a mammal a mammal. And as we do that, it doesn't matter who I call, they're going to have something to contribute. What I saw is my top kids kept doing really, really well. More importantly, the kids that typically struggled did better. Even if you can't do the L's, you can still think strategically about putting kids in specific seats that are going to make them and the students around them more successful, and you more successful, which is a really good feeling.